Hey there, I'm here today with Before the Sirens. We're at heat number 2 of Metal to the Masses here at Club 85 in Hitchin. Welcome. We're ready for your, we land your sound check very shortly, but we're ready for you to take on this battle of bands. 4 bands enter, only 2 may progress. First question we want to know about yourselves is Before the Sirens, where did the band name come from? What's it about?
I'll let you say this one.
So originally, when we first formed the band, we called ourselves Before the Storm. Started putting some bits and pieces around on like social media and whatnot. We got hit up by a band from Wales, I think, who were doing pretty well for themselves.
America, it was.
Was it?
The America is the one we got.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're doing pretty well for themselves. He said, just let you know, boys, we're coming to the UK and we're called Before the Storm. We're like, this is all good. Okay, fine. So everything that we'd done was around the 3 in it, like the BT and S. Yeah. So it was before that. So we went around the WhatsApp group. Well, our name's Sirens, that'll do. So that was where it came from.
Yeah.
Nothing more clever than that, I'm afraid.
It works so very, very well. So
yeah.
It could have gone worse.
We like it.
It could have gone a lot worse.
Yes.
We could have got further in, and they're like, wait, you just can't.
No. Or gone with Before the Syphilis or something like that. There's a different tone.
Different type of band, yeah.
But it did open up like a lot of opportunity for us to like put a theme to our songs as well. So we've written a song called Watch the World Burn.
Right.
Before the Sirens, sort of that nuclear war-y kind of stuff, which is a little bit, now. But
it does come across as a band name. It comes across quite a political style.
It is.
It's
not meant to be.
We've had this weird thing where we wrote 2 songs. Well, actually, quite a few songs where they didn't have. For instance, without getting too political, the Ukraine thing, pandemic and all of that, where we've always had these sort of things in your mind, and it's not like you've anything to do with that.
No, it
but
wasn't
when you
intentional.
listen to it in a context that you might want to put in it yourself without knowing what it's about, it's interesting. Like Watch the World Burn is a classic one, where it's like, do you want to sit with me and watch the world burn? It's just like that feels very much like that's what's happening.
Sometimes there's the best songs that can be used in different contexts where they need a specific one context that only works.
Yeah.
And the amount of, I do a lot of obviously reaction videos, and one of the things I find is reacting to a lot of melodic death metal bands, like Dark Tranquility and these sort of, you look at their lyrics and without any context the lyrics make absolutely no sense unless someone tells you specifically what that song is about. You try and work it through and you're like, I just don't get it. Whereas a lot of, if you can write a song where someone can look at the lyrics and go, I can put that into a different context or make it fit a certain scenario, then it's more appreciable to a lot of people.
Yeah, quite relatable, I think. That's stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how long has this band been going?
This band, like in its form, started in 2018, late 2018. Adam, Chris and myself have played music together since we were 11. So it's been a while, in varying bands over the years, and Luke joined us last year. So we've been about for sort of 3 years really. We did our first show in 2019, and that was our first foray.
Okay, so how would you describe your sound for someone who's never heard you before?
Big riffs. We love a breakdown.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's sort of melodic.
Yeah.
We've got melodic parts, which is something that we changed from the last band that we were in. Got a lot more melodic parts, but they're focused more around the vocal. But we still wanted to have this sort of, I don't know, like there's a few bands that I can name, but like it's sort of like this melodic, really aggressive stance. So it's without being too heavy.
No,
don't scream.
No, well, there's not a lot of that. There's like a bit and piece of that, but not a huge amount. It's incredibly like vocally driven. Because I tend to kind of write things either one way or the other, either around the riff or around the vocal line, depending where around we go. But we always come back to where's we need this riff, this aggression that we put into it. So
You've got a specific style.
I mean, we've been out and about gigging for a couple of years now. People have said sound a little bit like Killswitch Engage, a little bit like Waterbridge, a little bit like Breaking Benjamin. There's elements in there because they're some of our favourite bands. But that's probably close to the mark.
Someone has never seen you live, this will be their first concert coming to see you. What can they expect from the performance?
a large man, a very large man, centre stage.
Large man.
Yeah.
Giving it.
Yeah,
Big riffs.
I won't bang my head on this stage, which is thankful. I usually do on others, but no, we're
I think you expect you're going to get some head nodding, some really aggressive head.
How's it going?
Yeah, it's not like going. It was I come bounding over.
We've been, like I said earlier, we've been playing music together for a long, long time. We don't take ourselves too seriously, so there was very much. I'm intentionally disarming in the way that I talk. There's none of this, pretending that I'm someone I'm not, because it doesn't work. I tried it before in previous bands, so that kind of follows through, I suppose, in that we don't take ourselves too seriously. We're doing this to have a good time. So
we want other people to have a good time.
Yeah.
That's all it's
and
about.
if it just so happens that you're into it, that's cool. So
Heavy, honest riffs.
Yeah, that's all it is.
I'm going to start coming to you for taglines. That's the second deep thing you've said. Heavy, honest. What did you say?
Riffs.
Just riffs. You're going to start writing your own EP reviews.
Yeah. Adam says.
So, what's the plan for the rest of this year now? 2022, everyone's out of lockdown, bands are able to start touring again. So, what's your plans?
We're doing some local shows. Again, we started out in 2019. Everything stopped for 2 years, same as everybody else. So you're kind of reacquainting yourself with the scene. Like we've seen some guys tonight that we haven't seen for 3 years. You're kind of like catching up with people and sort of restriking those relationships. But we've got some local shows we're doing sort of like here and over at the Red Line in Stevenage. But really, we over lockdown, as you can imagine, there's been a lot of bedroom recordings, should we say? That sounds awful. Maybe not that, but basically we've done a lot of home recording of like ideas and stuff. So we've got a body of work that we're going to try and get done this year.
We're looking to produce. We've always wanted to do a debut album. We've done EPs and that, but this time we're actually going to go for the full bore. We're looking sort of in October time to start thinking about doing a release show and stuff like that. That's from after this gig that kicks off pretty much a few months of us recording heavily.
Yeah.
Should it come soon?
Yeah. Well, best of luck tonight. Fingers crossed that you get through to the next stages. And for everyone at home, this is Before the Sirens live at Club 85.
Okay.